Good morning and welcome to day 2 of Retail Week Live. As everyone is just arriving, I've been joined by Card Factory boss Karen Hubbard. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in bright and early.
Thank you.
So you were here all day yesterday. What was your highlight from the event yesterday?
I really enjoyed some of the keynote speeches. So I thought Mike Coop talking about the Argos acquisition. I'm a really big fan of that acquisition actually when it first came out.
Oh yeah.
I know people were split on it, but I think fabulous, and I think what Mike talked about yesterday, really enabling them to engage with the customer, much more fully through that offer, I think is fabulous.
You had your own part to play yesterday, and
yes.
you sat on a panel which was brilliant, all about the Retail Week Be Inspired campaign. Why are you an ambassador of that campaign? Why do you support it?
Because I still think that despite seeing much greater women coming through in senior leadership roles, we've still got a journey to go on, and I think for me it's something that I'd like to give back. So I know that people, when they meet me, they often think, oh, she's very confident, but actually I've got that same voice in my head that I think a lot of other women have, that says you're not quite good enough, you haven't quite ticked off everything on the job description. So I think it's something where you get to meet some amazing talent. Since I've been involved, I have met some really good talent. I'm actually really buoyed by the opportunity in the future.
So moving to Card Factory now, you've been there coming up for a year. What have the biggest challenges been for you there this year?
Well, the card business, interesting. It's a value retailer, and I learnt a bit about value retailer in two retailers, so Asda and B&M. So I'm quite comfortable with the value retailer bit. The card industry is different. It's very fast-paced. The seasons are much bigger. So just really coming to grips and understanding that. And also trying to understand a business that has been under the radar for many people, and that's now 865 stores.
Fast, isn't it?
I know. And you meet people all the time that say, Card Factory, 865 stores.
And still growing is the
and
target?
And still growing.
1,200.
50 a year. We opened 51 last year.
Right, wow.
We've got a target of 1,200, and we're well and truly on track with that.
Has there been a bit of declining footfall post-Brexit that you've noticed?
It was a tough market, and I think that's quite widely published, and I think as less people were on the high street, post-Brexit, we suffered a little bit from that, but actually, our results aren't quite out yet, so I don't want to steal the thunder. But,
of course.
It's been a tough year, but I think a very, very resilient business in a very resilient market.
Well, interesting times ahead, of course, in a busy, the card market, which is very busy and saturated. But at the same time, having over 800 stores, there's no way that you could have missed the business rates evaluation stuff that's been booted around in the budget yesterday. How do you stand? Are you a winner or a loser
so
from there?
We're a slight beneficiary from the business rates decision. I do, but I have a lot of sympathy. I think it's an archaic system. I think we've really got to do something about it. So the fact that we're a beneficiary, I don't think means that we are entirely happy with where we're at with business rates at the moment.
What would you like to see Hammond doing?
I think we've just got to have a good look at it, and I think we need to consult people, in a much more broader sense across the property dimension, if you like, and really come up and have the debate. I mean, no one would deny that we need to raise some public spending in some areas. Obviously community care is an issue, health is an issue, and we've got to balance the books. Any business person knows you've got to have balanced books, but I just think it's time for a relook. And some of the stories I heard, some small businesses where their rates have trebled.
Especially in London.
Yeah.
Is it always retailers that have to write the cheque?
Well, it does feel like that at times, doesn't it? It does feel like that.
Well, again, interesting to see how that unfolds. And just getting back to Retail Week Live, it's the beginning of day 2. What are you most looking forward to?
I think there's some really good sessions today. And actually, I've got my team here, and we're trying to decide how we split up between some of the sessions. So, of course, always looking forward to hearing Stuart Rose speak, so I think that will be an interesting session. There's some stuff on national living wage, which has of course impacted all of us, so some great sessions today that we're particularly looking forward to.
Brilliant. Well, have a good day.
Great,
thank you
thanks
so
very
much.
Thank you, Emily.